torch is cold. The iron is ready. Side by side. Until the end.
Mountains where the giants fall. He stands alone within the lightning's wall. The master of the storm, the king of the fight, forging the weapon that will end the night. We watch from the boat as the sparks fly high, setting a fire in the winter sky.
Starts to fade. I am the monster that the Northmen have made. Heart is a piston, my veins are on fire, burning the earth on a funeral pyre. We jump from the trash and put into the flood to paint every stone with a river of blood. Imposter, harder, killing the light, a whirlwind of iron in the middle of night. Frenzy, the beast is unleashed. Frenzy, destined to die. My brothers are with me, a circle of steel, making the kings of the islands all kneel. Raised in the gale, two hearts of iron, we're destined to sail. Your shield is my cover, my blade is your hand. The fiercest of brothers in all of the land. We jumped from the boat when the morning was gray, to hunt like the wolves at the breaking of day. Through the arrows, through the fire, one ambition, one desire.
Side by side until the end.
Brothers in blood, brothers in steel, making the kings of the islands kneel. Two souls as one in the heat of the fray. The boat is our mother, the ocean our way. Bound by the oak, bound by the bone, we never shall fight in this darkness alone. I see your red blade in the thick of the slaughter. Our legend is made. 10 men against us, they don't stand a chance. We lead them to death in this macabre dance. Side by side until the end. My brother, my shield. Side by side.
is waking. I am the teeth in the dark. I am the claws in the chest.
Thunderous! Give me the red in a fever of hate. I don't need a shield, I've decided my fate. No armor can hold back the beast that I hide. The spirit of Fenrir is burning inside. We jump from the boat with a scream in the night. Now I'm the shadow that swallows the light. I don't feel the arrows, I don't feel the blade. In the heart of the slaughter, my bargain is made. Foam in my mouth and a heartbeat of fire. The pile of the dead is my only desire. Berserker, tearing the world apart. Berserker, strength from a blackened heart. No mercy for cowards, no pity for slaves. The boat brought the storm that is digging their graves. The furrow is rising. The beast is unchained. Shredding the skin. This is the dance where the demons begin. A whirlwind of iron, a mountain of gore. Another knot on the engine of war. Odin is laughing as I'm painting the snow with the life of the weak and the blood of the foe. Blood for the wolf, souls for the claw. For the North!
their armor is torn. Another proud Englishman dying forlorn. We fought them on land and we fought them at sea. Their future is broken, their kingdom won't be. The ground is now shaken beneath our war cry. As their last breath is fading, we watch the sky is burning. The wheel of fate is no longer funny. Ragnarök, the fire and the flood. The snow is turning into God's own blood. The Nagelfar boat sails through the tide with the ghosts of the fallen on its One boat, one end, one final silence. One beat, the river calls. Deep in the mist where the waters are cold, a story of iron and timber is told. The hull starts to tremble, it's hungry for more. The dragon boat spirit is reaching the shore. Oh, 20 men deep with a grip made of steel. We're chasing the dragon, the power is real. The war drum is thumping, it's keeping the pace. The frost and the fire are locked in a race. No turning back, leave the world far behind. One single rhythm is all that we find. We crush the water, we break the flood. The fire of dragons is in our blood. One strike, one soul on this hellbound ride. Our dragon boat rises to conquer the tide. We cross the water, with one The beast is awakened, it's screaming for air. We're riding the lightning, we're crossing the flame.
blood-stained earth. I call the brothers of the shield, I call the sons of the wave. Step forth from the shadows and claim your seat at the table of gods. Valhalla awaits!
The field is silent, the ravens descend. This is the place where the mortal life ends. No more the fury, no more the pain. Only the glory is all that remains. The boat is empty, left on the shore. As we march to the hall through the eternal door, can you see the Valkyries ride through the sky? They gather the brave who are ready to die. Through the clouds and the fire, through the silver and gray, they lead us away from the light of the day. Valhalla, the gates are opening wide. Valhalla, with Frost by our side, where the mead flows like rivers and the fire burns bright. We feast and we fight in the halls of the light. The boat brought us glory. The sword brought us home. Walls made of shields and rafters of spears. A kingdom of warriors, forgotten of fears. Every wound is a trophy, every scar is a song. This is the hall where the mighty belong. Odin is waiting at the head of the board to welcome the man who lived by the sword. Eat, drink, battle, rise. The feast never ends under northern The gates are opening wide. With Frost by our side, where the mead flows like rivers and the fire burns bright. We feast and we fight in the halls of the light. The boat brought us glory. The sword brought us home. Welcome home, warrior.
a god who was nailed to a tree. Odin. Odin. Odin.
A king from the south with a crown made of thorn. Against the All-Father in thunder he's born. One preaches mercy, the other brings war. The shadow of Jesus meets the hammer of Thor. White robes are stained by the salt of the sea as the boat brings the steel of the north to its knee. The churches are rising, the idols are burned, but the tide of the ocean has finally turned. Two worlds are colliding.